Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 2, Lesson 10, and we're still exploring nouns. Today, we untangle three little forms that trip up almost everyone because they often sound exactly alike, but mean completely different things. Get them straight, and one small mark will do most of the work for you. Let's get started. Here are the three troublemakers. There's the plural, which just means more than one. There's the possessive, which shows that something is owned. And there's the contraction, where two words are squeezed into one. They can sound identical out loud, yet they spell different things and mean different things. Here's the good news. One tiny mark, the apostrophe, is the deciding clue that tells them apart. Where it sits, or whether it's there at all, gives the whole answer. Let's start with the simplest of the three, the plural. A plural noun just means more than one. And here's the key point. A plain plural takes no apostrophe whatsoever. Look at this sentence. The three singers rehearsed all night. The word singers means more than one singer, plain and simple, so there is no apostrophe anywhere on it. If all you're doing is counting, if you just mean several of something, you leave the apostrophe out completely. Now the possessive, the form that shows ownership. When just one person or thing owns something, you add an apostrophe and then an S. Look here, the singer's microphone. That little apostrophe S tells you the microphone belongs to one singer. The apostrophe comes first, then the S. So whenever a single owner possesses something, reach for apostrophe S. One owner, add apostrophe S. But what if more than one owner shares something? Then the apostrophe moves. Watch closely. The singer's dressing room. This time, many singers share that one room. Notice where the apostrophe sits now, after the S, at the very end. That's the rule for a plural possessive. First, make the word plural by adding S, and then place the apostrophe after that S. Many owners, apostrophe after the S. The third form is the contraction. A contraction squeezes two words into one, and the apostrophe stands in for the letters we drop. Take singer is. Push those two words together, remove the letter I, and you get singers. The apostrophe is literally holding the place where the I used to be. So singers can be a contraction, short for singer is, whenever the sentence calls for it. An apostrophe that replaces missing letters is the signature of a contraction. Now, here's the board that pulls it all together. I'll take one base word, singer, and show it four different ways. First, singers, plural, with no apostrophe at all, simply means more than one singer. Next, singers, with an apostrophe, then an S, means one singer owns something. Then singerses, with the S first and the apostrophe after it, means many singers own something. And finally, singers again, but this time it's a contraction, short for singer is. Look how much that tiny apostrophe is doing. Watch the apostrophe because it decides the meaning every single time. Let's put them side by side one more time because the apostrophe's position is everything. Singers, with no apostrophe, is just a plural, a count. Singers, with the apostrophe before the S, means one owner. Singerses, with the S before the apostrophe, means many owners. Same sounds, different apostrophe, completely different meaning. Train your eye to spot exactly where that little mark lands. Before we practice, let's clear up the most famous mix-up of all. It's versus its. When its has an apostrophe, it is a contraction, short for it is. But its with no apostrophe is a possessive, meaning belonging to it. Here's the surprising part. Possessive pronouns like its never use an apostrophe at all. So try this quick test. If you can replace the word with it is, then you want its with the apostrophe. If you can't, you want plain its. Let's turn all of this into a quick check you can run on any noun. Ask 3 questions. 1. Am I just counting? Do I only mean more than one? Then it's a plain plural, and I use no apostrophe. 2. Does something belong to it? Then it's possessive, and I add apostrophe s for one owner, or s apostrophe for many. 3. Am I really joining 2 words into one? Then it's a contraction, and the apostrophe marks the missing letters. Counting, owning, or joining. Let the apostrophe guide you. Time to practice. In this first set, decide which of the 3 each highlighted word is: a plural, a possessive, or a contraction. Pause the video and choose before I reveal the answer. The players lined up for the anthem. Is players a plural, a possessive, or a contraction? Nobody owns anything here, and no words are joined. The word simply means more than one player, and it has no apostrophe, so the answer is plural. The player's helmet cracked during the game. Look at players with an apostrophe, then an S. The helmet belongs to one player, so this is showing ownership, so the answer is possessive. The coach said she's proud of the whole team. What is she's standing for here? It's short for she is, 2 words squeezed together, with the apostrophe holding the missing letter. So the answer is contraction. In this second set, pick the correct form to fill each blank. Watch the apostrophe carefully. Pause and choose before I answer. Both blank jerseys were caked with mud. The word both tells you there is more than one player, and those several players each own a jersey. That's a plural possessive, so we make the word plural first and put the apostrophe after the S. So the answer is players. Blank going to pour rain before kickoff. Try the test. Can you say it is going to pour? Yes, you can. That means you need the contraction with an apostrophe. So the answer is its. The blank pregame speech fired up the crowd. There is one captain, and the speech belongs to that single captain. One owner means apostrophe, then S, so the answer is captains. Let's gather up what we learned. 3 forms often sound alike, but the apostrophe tells them apart. A plural just means more than one, and it takes no apostrophe at all. A possessive shows ownership. Use apostrophe S for a single owner, and S apostrophe for more than one owner. And a contraction joins 2 words into one, with the apostrophe standing in for the letters we dropped. Counting, owning, or joining, let that little mark be your guide. Next time, we'll keep building on nouns. Great work today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.